smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
KCMC AM, translated on K300 DW Texarkana. All sports, all the time. Straight from the Michelob Ultra Fan Cave. CBS Sports, 107.9 The Fan.
Good morning. Welcome to the Power Hour. Got to make Tyler do this thing. He be playing early on a Tuesday. Welcome to this glorious Tuesday with Tyler Huff and Earl Gill. We got an hour of politicking and stating our case, talking about the world of sports and lifestyle. How you doing today, Mr. Huff?
I'm good, man. Trying to get myself together, get my life together, you know.
I understand
But
that.
it's all good. Got a few ball games tonight to commentate.
Unfortunately.
You ain't doing nothing. You don't talk no
I
way.
appreciate that. I appreciate T. Randall for possibly giving me a chance
The
to go
people
home.
asked and they received.
Yeah, to go home and be with my son a little bit. I like hanging out with Elijah. I appreciate T. Randall for stepping in.
The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. People ask for T. Randall, OG T. Randall, and
That's what they got.
that's what they gonna get, huh? Get a little bit of OG. But now, we will be broadcasting the games tonight on the radio. Not sure which station we'll be on. We have to ask Ms. Dunn. I'm pretty sure we'll probably be on 107.1 KTFS, but there has been times where we've been here on the Fan. So we'll ask Ms. Dunn which one we'll be on tonight, but we'll have the girls and the boys game. It's a double header again, unfortunately. It's the boys and the girls both face off against
Ida Bell.
Yeah, Ida Bell. The Ida
Sorry.
Bell Warriors.
Yeah.
I know you're tired, man. I know you're tired. It's all good. Oh, I do want to talk about the All District. We had quite a few Leopards
We did.
get voted first team and second team All District, and we had a few honorable mentions, I think, as well.
And that's a testament of Coach Davis and the great season that those young men have. I mean, would you like to get to some of them?
We'll go ahead and talk about what you're about to say, and I'll get to them after you.
I mean, the more kids you have, the more successful your season typically is. So congrats to Coach Davis. I really don't think Coach Davis gets enough credit in the community, out of the community, citywide. Coach Davis has to deal with certain things that most coaches in this city don't have to deal with. And that goes unnoticed. It's about wins and losses, though. It's for really about wins and losses, but like some of the things that he has to deal with on a day-to-day, making sure the operations of the athletic department, and that's not like, you know what I'm saying, he don't deserve no get out of jail free card, but like Josh Gibson doesn't have to worry about some of the things that Coach Davis does.
Yeah.
Jerry Stanford for sure doesn't have to deal with some of those things, and neither does Outlaw at Arkansas High. And I just want to make sure everyone understands the playing field isn't level, but he levels it as much as possible. So just want to throw that out there.
Understood. Well, they did have a great amount of all-district honorees. Daquan Prevost received the Offensive Newcomer of the Year in the district. Prevost was the freshman receiver for the Leopards. He had over 600 receiving yards, 11 touchdowns on like 27 receptions. So shout out to Prevost for receiving the Offensive Newcomer of the Year in the district. And then JJ, first team quarterback. Tilly Wells was wide receiver. W.T. Jones was first team tight end. Shamar Pickett, first team O-lineman. Cal Jones, athlete, first team. He was also second team as a defensive back. Peyton Page and Cortland Crabtree were your first team defensive linemen. Cameron Hadaway, Greg London, and W.T. Jones were first team linebackers. That's 3 linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
First team.
That means we had a good group. Shout out to Stan the Man and Coach Surratt.
And then Klepper was second team linebacker, so shout out to Klepper. Klepper was also first team special teams. And you had Tracy Revels, who was first team DB. Honorable mention, you got running backs Roderick Galloway, wide receiver Jaden Davis, linebacker Jawan Johnson, and linebacker Aiden Easter. So those are your first team, second team, and honorable mention all districts for the Leopards. The district MVP was Rowan Fluellen.
Was he really?
Who else would it be? He's the best player in the district.
I don't know. I mean,
He does it all.
they give it to one of those highly ranked guys.
He is highly ranked. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, locally.
He's the highest ranked guy in the district. The district
he?
just ain't local. Yes. Who else is higher ranked than Rowan in the district?
Bordley.
No, he's not. They're
Is
different classes anyway.
Yeah, but he's a top 10 running back.
Not anymore.
They dropped him.
Probably ain't ran the ball.
I haven't looked in a while.
He didn't run the ball that much this year,
Still
so
pretty high.
I'm pretty sure. He's probably like athlete.
Lance.
He's not higher than Rowan,
He's
probably.
number 3 player in his class.
There's different grade
Different
levels. You
classes,
can't
yeah.
judge that off of the same
Well, I'm saying
thing.
Lance is already an All-American.
And he's liable to slip or he's liable to rise. So, I mean, you really can't compare apples to oranges.
Yeah, different classes, but, you know.
If you had to pick a player, which one would you pick out of the three that you just named? I'm picking Fluellen. Common sense. Use your brain, man. He's better. He's the best player in the district. And there's no slight or no, pun to the other guys. It's just Fluellen is the best player in the district on all levels. He does it all. If you think otherwise, you're entitled to your opinion. But it's wrong because Fluellen is the best one in
who
the
do we
district.
see in our district that was better than him?
If you can't name anybody off Pleasant Grove, I don't know what to tell you. You've named a few off Pleasant Grove.
I mean, I don't care. It ain't us.
Akari might have been the best other option at MVP of the district. He got Offensive Player of the Year, and then Vic Shaw got Defensive Player of the Year. So, however you want to look at that, I just think Fluellen is the best player in the district. That's my opinion. But he's gone now.
Yeah.
Ain't got to worry about him no more.
See what he does at TCU.
Speaking of TCU, they squeaked into the playoffs.
What a loss.
They lost this weekend in the Big 12 title game to Kansas State.
That's what that money do.
I don't even think it was necessarily money because they're the first Texas team to get into the playoff.
Yeah. I
And
think
they-
there was some
they-
politicking done. Are they a 2-loss team?
No, they only lost.
one
It was
loss?
first loss
That's
the other
first
day.
loss?
That's why they got in.
Oh, they were. They're like 12-1, 11-1.
There's a bunch of 2-loss teams. There's not really any other teams that are worthy enough to squeak into the playoffs outside of TCU and Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State lost to Michigan, which is number 2.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think Alabama will beat both of them.
It sounds good.
I mean, I really think so. With
I
a healthy,
understand,
with a healthy Bryce Young, because when Bryce Young went down, that kind of messed up the continuity. Did they lose 2 games when he was down with Jalen Monroe?
No.
They didn't lose at all.
No.
Oh.
They lost with Bryce Young. Just saying. You lost to LSU.
Yeah.
You lost to Tennessee. Bryce Young was available in both of those games.
Yeah.
Maybe not 100%, but
What was Tennessee
he played.
ranked?
Tennessee finished right behind Alabama at 6.
I'm saying when they played, weren't they ranked like number 1?
No, not when they played Alabama. That's when they got to number 1, when they beat Alabama. They were ranked in the top 5 at the point in time, top 10 at least for sure. And then you beat Alabama and boom, you go up to number 1.
Oh, well, they don't deserve it this year then. No, they'll be back next year.
Who, Alabama?
Oh,
I mean, come on. They've only not made the playoff twice.
They got some dudes back there that they haven't even played to touch the field. It's great.
They only hadn't made it twice. So, I mean, Nick Saban, he's what? I think the playoffs been around for 10 years now, I think it is. Or
around 2 years.
almost. It's
Has
like
it?
8.
For
Yeah,
real?
it's been around since 2012 or so, buddy.
Ooh, I feel old.
It's been 11 or 12 when the playoff came because the first playoff Ohio State won with Zeke. That's when Mariota was still at Oregon, and Mariota hadn't been at Oregon in a long time, and Zeke ain't been at Ohio State in a long time. So.
Very much so.
But anyways, shout out to the 4 teams who made the playoffs. The 4 teams who made the playoffs are Georgia, the number 1 ranked team, which I think is going to win. And then you have Michigan, the TCU Bulldogs, TCU Horned Frogs, ranked number 3. And then the Ohio State Buckeyes ranked at number 4. Who's your national championship pick, Earl?
Okay, so Georgia plays TCU, right?
No. I can tell you don't keep up.
No, it's 1-4, 2-3.
The 4 team is Ohio State.
Okay. I got it mixed up. I want to say Georgia, but I really like Ohio State. It's hard to choose against them.
Wow.
But I'm gonna say Georgia.
Are you crazy?
What?
You think Ohio State is going to beat Georgia?
Oh, they can.
You've been drinking.
They can. It's going to be a closer game than you think.
Okay.
With the healthy Harrison, it's just if Jackson Smith Enigma.
Well, he's not playing. He already said he's not.
Yeah, I thought he said it was going to be closer to that time decision, but he's going to go to the draft. And okay, well, I'm still picking Georgia, but Ohio State's really good though.
I think you've been drinking. You need to lay off the 42 straight with no chaser.
Nah, man. Hey, TC, you might sneak in there too now and do something.
Huh?
TC, you might sneak in there and do something.
Well, TCU is going to lose to Michigan. If you can't beat Kansas State, you're finna lose to Michigan. Straight up. It's just the way it's finna go.
Yeah, Big Blue got something over there, though. They can't stop the run. It's going to be a long day.
Well, you couldn't stop Deuce Vaughn.
Ooh, Deuce little, too.
So if you can't stop Deuce Vaughn, little Kansas State, what make you think you're going to be able to stop, what's his name, Corum? Blake Corum or whatever his name is?
Corum, yeah.
Or any other, or the dude that ran for dang near 300 on Ohio State 2 weeks ago, the second string.
Yeah, Michigan got a stable of backs too.
TCU ain't beating them. You drunk.
TCU ain't beating them.
No, you drunk.
I like Sonny Dykes a lot, man. I'm glad for his success. Anthony Jones, running back coach. Eron Hodges, director of recruiting. Real good guys over there. Jamarcus McFarland. He comes to LE. I mean, I'm rooting for TCU. They got some good people over there, man.
I'm rooting for them. They ain't gonna win.
I hope they do.
You watched this game last night?
I did until Deion messed up my night. I was having a great time watching Tom Brady until Deion.
Quit blaming stuff on Deion,
boy. I was looking differently at Deion until last night about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and then it was up from there till about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, whatever. OG, here you go, OG. Nah, these boys was down. They were down 16-3, and they come Tom Brady pulled a miraculous comeback.
Teflon Tom,
boy.
Threw the ball to.
I told OG. I told OG it was like 7 minutes left in the game. I told OG, man, it's game over with.
Yeah, Teflon Tom is one of them. He's a. I mean,
I already knew that, but
a lot of people don't get Teflon Tom his just due. I mean, look at it, man. This man going through a divorce. He got all kind of stuff going on in his personals, and he's still able to. And I believe that's a real big reason why they're not doing this good this season.
Why?
Man, his personal life crumbling.
Ain't the first time.
For your wife to tell you either to stop or leave, man, come on. I mean, that has a lot. When your leader's personal life is crumbling, I
don't know.
Pooh Dookie rolled downhill, don't it?
But
I mean,
he ain't the only reason they not winning.
Oh, absolutely,
absolutely.
But I mean, he's a big part of it.
Fair enough.
But and I'm not gonna blame the quarterback. I mean, the coach, because he does not have the complexion for protection, or the OC. So we're not gonna talk about them.
Well,
talk about everybody else with them. We need them
of course.
Up out of
this is what you ought to do. But
leave them up out of.
Hey, man, you make that change. See what happens.
Here we go. I'm gonna start Tyler. Boy, you sent me Jackson off Django
Reaper.
You said
Tyler Samuel Django.
Man. You trying to get everybody off Candyland, man. OG, you hear it?
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man. You make that change, you see what happened.
Tyler trying to get everybody off Candyland.
You made that change, you see what's happening now.
That's why I see.
You left Big Bruce alone.
Man, no.
Nah, Bruce needs, you know,
What happened? He get in trouble or something?
When
I
you
trouble
look
something.
local
I
first,
don't know
you
what
help
it was.
local businesses grow and employ more locals, providing direct benefits to our local economy.
For guns, ammo, accessories, gunsmithing, and repair, plus shooting training and practice, head for Texarkana Gun Barn and Range, west of Texarkana on Highway 67. Open every day except Monday. Texarkana Gun Barn and Range.
Music is the life of any party, and for the best DJ around, contact Fabian Thrash on Facebook. Weddings, parties, karaoke, or anything.
This ain't no ESPN. Trust no skeezers on the beat, so I know it's slapping.
Tyler said, if you
How
make
am I Samuel Jackson off?
why you want the brothers fired, man?
I don't want the brothers fired. I'm
You
just
just
saying.
saying make a change.
I didn't say make no change. I said you made that change, and now
Oh.
you see what's happened.
Oh yeah. Believe
That's
him
what
alone.
I said.
He
I
did
didn't say
not-
nothing about get rid of that brother.
He does not
Lied
have
on
the
me.
complexion for protection. So
Well,
we're gonna leave him alone.
hey, all right, you better win some games. Or
Did you see that text message I sent you of Michael Smith and the Holly Dude brother from another copying off us? Man, we're gonna have to get some copyright infringement.
Michael
these.
Smith?
I sent a text message to you of a podcast
No.
of two dudes.
No,
Oh,
ain't nobody copywriting off us, man.
Man, I'm watching everything. I'm
Nobody
watching
worried
everything.
about us.
I'm watching everything.
But nah. So, anyways, let's switch it up a little bit.
Who we gonna talk about?
You know what we finna talk about? Quit
Bro,
playing.
I will slap him to sleep if I could right now. If he was in front of me, I'm going viral. And
What we finna talk about is Coach Prime, Dion.
this ain't got nothing to do with my job or nothing. He kept me up last night. He wrong for what he did.
I ain't wrong for what he did. He ain't did nothing.
Bro, how you gonna tell? Okay, wait a minute. First off, I got the text messages. The AD,
He ain't said that. So
the
quit
AD
put-
did.
I
The
don't care.
AD did. The
You
AD
so
did.
loud all the time. You
Well,
worried about something
Well,
that
don't
you
lie.
can't control.
Don't lie to people's children.
Be all right.
Don't lie to people's children.
Hey man, you gotta find you somewhere else to go. But you can't stay here. Cause it's my show. I'm coming. You heard the man.
Why, boy? I dropped Dion
I'm
on
coming.
his head on sight.
Deion Sanders is now the head coach at Colorado. For those of you who didn't know, I know the whole world knows because the whole world is in the uproar. I ain't gonna say the whole world is in the uproar, but
See, and I was on his side till last night.
you still on this side.
No,
you
I'm
just
not.
mad because he taking some of these spots for your Arkansas Elite players.
Which is wrong. If a kid been committed to Colorado for a year, he turned down going to Florida State to go to Colorado.
Hey man, say man,
Come on,
say man, look,
Come on, man.
look man. He ain't turned down Florida State. They ain't offer him the job.
Well, he didn't. I'm talking about the kid, the CJ Turner kid.
Well, you got many other offers. Better take one of them.
He got to take a lesson now. But come on, man, you can't.
Well,
do
you
this
better
16
do what you do and ball out and get in that portal like everybody else.
16 days from signing day. You going, man? Come on.
You hear me, OG?
Hold on,
I'm coming.
Hold on. I'm finna let you read. I'm finna let you read.
I don't want to read it right now. Let me read it during the break.
Man,
Because I got something to say to these critics
Yes, coach. He's
of
important.
Deion Sanders who's mad that Deion took this job. I got something to say to these folk. Whether they listen or whether they ain't, I'm going to clip it and put it. If you mad at Deion, you either two things.
What's that?
You either a hypocrite
Okay.
or you either a hater.
Mostly on the latter.
It's either one of the two options. If you're mad at Deion, if you got something to say about Deion elevating his own self from Jackson State to Colorado, you're a hypocrite or you're a hater. You're a hypocrite, number one, because if it was you, you can't say you wouldn't take that job. You can't say you wouldn't make that move. Number two, you're a hater because why are you mad at the man? Number one, what have you done for HBCU lately? I don't hear nobody now. Because half of you folks ain't even go to no HBCU.
Didn't even go to college.
So why you mad about something that ain't got nothing to do with you? Then number two, the other thing is This man done did more for HBCUs in 3 years than folks done did in 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
So how you gonna be
How you
mad?
doing?
How you gonna be mad at the man for?
Boy, he in his police uniform this morning. Lord, that threw
Quit
me off.
interrupting my soapbox for
Keep
that.
going, keep going, keep going.
How
keep
you gonna
going.
be mad at the man for elevating himself? The man, like I said last week, it wasn't his job to bring light to HBCUs. My
Absolutely.
job was to bring light to Jackson State University because they the one that hired me, not the SWAC and not HBCU University as a whole.
Absolutely.
I did what I was supposed to do. I gave back some of my salary. I did other stuff that I didn't have to do. I brought resources. I gave back to the community. I was a part of Jackson when I was here. It wasn't like I was here and I was,
Yeah.
being bougie and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
No, I was here and I was in the mix. When has College Game Day ever been to a HBCU?
Good Morning America and 60 Minutes.
When has college football, HBCU college football in particular, ever been on ESPN?
That's true.
Now you got HBCU football on ESPN Plus all day, every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
And the main reason why is it ain't because of the SWAC commissioner.
Yeah.
It ain't because of the leaders in the SWAC. It's because of Deion Coach Prime Sanders himself. So for those of you saying he sold himself out on the SWAC or HBCUs or black people in particular, you crazy.
So we're the only people that hates on another person from our community for elevating themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And like publicly. You never see Mexicans talk down. They don't even talk down about the dude in Florida that can't even talk right. Or Cruz in Texas. They don't, or white people don't hate on each other publicly like this. This is crazy.
No.
I think first off, me and you both went to PWIs,
Mm-hmm.
which people are asking me, what's a PWI? And I was like, what? So my Caucasian friends from Arkansas are finding out that we all went to a predominantly white institution, and that's what black people call it, PWIs. So I don't know what the problem is, but I had, for instance, I had a guy call me Saturday night about 2:00 in the morning, and he got cussed out for 2 hours straight for calling me at 2:00 in the morning, talking about I'm the reason why kids don't go to HBCUs in our program and da 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 da. First off, you can't get a stipend check on the FCS level. Most HBCUs are, man, I don't want to say poorly ran, but
They're poorly ran.
Financially, they're
For
poorly,
a better lack of words.
poorly ran. You know,
Poorly managed, for sure.
I have numerous examples of deans and school presidents taking money, most notably the one at Texas Southern. She has a house that is 10 blocks long before they caught her. But you can't tell someone not to take 10 times their salary.
Boy, you crazy. And look, I don't mean cut you off.
Yeah.
But the man ain't even doing it for the money. The man, like me and you was talking yesterday on the phone, and I
It's
told
hard.
you.
It's hard for me not to say that because they're just 10 times the salary.
I understand, but do you think this is the first time the man done made $5 million in his life? Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely not.
The man probably got that times 5.
Absolutely.
And think about it. He has endorsement deals personally. So which means even if he probably didn't have this job, he would still be good financially.
So someone asked me, would you go to PG for blank amount of money? I had to stop myself. And I didn't say nothing. And
What?
so I had to, and that's what made me start thinking. Cause I don't know how to do the PGR ops or whatever, but like first thing he said, well, you go to that school across the street for and I was like, do you know how much money that is? And I left it at that.
I understand. Well, I say this, it ain't Deion's job to bring light and attention and all this other stuff to the SWAC. I'm not the SWAC commissioner. If that's the case, y'all should have made me the commissioner of the SWAC. Or y'all should have put me in a higher up position other than being the head coach at Jackson State, where I could have stayed and brought some more attention to y'all.
I just don't understand why so many black people
Understand it.
care. Because what Deion eat don't make me use the restroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
Because as Deion said, They feel like he sold out on his own people.
He didn't though.
He didn't at all.
I-
I totally agree with that.
But
But that doesn't change what society's perception is saying of what it is of Deion.
I mean, for one, he's not swag. He went to Florida State. He went to a PWI himself. His sons went to private schools. Deion Jr. went to SMU, the liliest college in Dallas. But I mean, TCU, they thugging and banging over there. They are. I mean, like they had a drug bust on campus with the football team. But I don't know.
To switch it up, do you think Deion is going to be successful at Colorado?
Boy, yes.
Why?
Boy, do you not hear how many every time I'm in the A, they treat me like I'm Deion? Like, boy, kids want to go out there.
Fair.
I just think that, he's
Kids want to play for him
more than anything. And he's in a Power 5 where he can offer money, and it's crime free in Boulder, and there's a cannabis legalization out there for kids that hurt, that want alternative medicine.
Right.
There's Boulder's a beautiful place. Colorado's very beautiful. I like going out there. I haven't been out there in a while. I got to take my wife. But I just think, the only thing I don't understand is you leave the best FCS program for the worst FBS program.
They're not the worst. They're not
Dude.
the worst. I seen some
Who's
way worse.
Who's the
than
worst
them.
Power 5?
It ain't Colorado.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
I don't know if they're
Colorado's probably better than Kansas. Kansas had a good year this year. But
Boy,
Colorado,
no.
yes, they are.
No, sir.
Yeah, they are.
No, sirdy.
Yeah, they are.
No, those are two bottom
They
feeders
better
in
than
Kansas. Kansas
They
would be
better than Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, whatever. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they
Now
are.
that's a good one.
That's
a good one. That's a good one. But they're close.
They're better than some of those schools in the Big Ten, too. Some of those lower tier Big Ten schools, Northwestern. Colorado was about equivalent to Northwestern, if not better. It's a bigger market. Colorado is a bigger market. Colorado had some success at one point in time.
Yeah. Are we talking about this season?
I'm not talking about this season. I'm talking about historically. I'm talking about the whole generation time.
Okay.
Colorado's had some success.
Yeah, sure. But
Why some of these other programs don't know what it looked like. Now, I did see a picture of their national championship trophy, and I was like, what is this? This is not a national championship trophy that I've seen before. So,
dang, Northwestern.
been a while.
Yeah, Northwestern had a down year this year.
but my point is, Deion is going to bring in whoever Deion wants to bring in. And that's why I understand you upset, because you have a situation going on.
2-3 situations
so
out there.
where you have some of your Arkansas elite guys who were committed to Colorado or who are currently on the roster at Colorado,
Man.
and they've had to decommit, or you have any transfer portals yet? man?
Ty has told me he walked in there with 20 cameras.
He did.
No. After all that, yeah, he walked in there Sunday night, and told the whole defensive line, "I'm trying to get rid of all y'all."
He probably told everybody that. He told them in the publicly posted meeting.
You walk in there with 20 cameras. You tell these kids you're trying to get rid of them. It's your job to make me not get rid of you.
That's a fact.
Man, come on. What are these kids supposed to none of these kids are from Colorado.
When Lincoln went to LA, that's what Lincoln did. He cleaned house in Cali, and that's why he got all those transfer guys in, and they actually made a run this year. And that's what Deion is trying to set himself up to do too. Because look, I'm already on limited time. I already don't got the complexion for protection like you say.
He don't. But his teeth white though, so he got some.
But look, they ain't gonna be too white for too long if he lose. You lose a lot of them Pac-12 games to some of them sorry teams. Your teeth not gonna stay white.
Deion know something because UCLA and USC
they leaving to the Big Ten.
Yeah,
that's
he have an easy.
But look, I've even heard Colorado will probably eventually move conferences as well.
Oh no, that's gonna hurt him.
But no, they're moving to a conference that probably will be fairly easy for them to win.
Power 5?
Yeah, Big 12. Where they came from. That's where they were. They were in the Big 12.
And that will bring him back down south.
Exactly. And if he does that, that open up doors that, no man can close, because Deion is Deion.
I'm still mad at Deion.
I'm just saying. Coach Prime, he headed that way. I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm coming too. I'm gonna be at the spring game ready to slap 5 on my mom.
I'm coming. You heard the man.
I got
and when I get here,
And
It
then,
ain't gonna be no more hats in these meetings.
And then, oh man, bro, let's go to. I'm gonna tell you the rest of it.
We going to break. We'll be right back with some more of the Power Hour here on 107.9 The Fan. I'm coming.
Trust no skeezers on the beat, so I know it's slapping. Trust no skeezers on the beat, so I know it's slapping.
Huff and Gill. We do want to send a shout out to our studio sponsors. Our radio broadcast is brought to you by Liberty Aloe ISD. Kale. That's what they say over in the Aloe.
What's the KA stand for, Tyler?
I say it. I ain't scared.
No, I like you teaching our babies math.
That ain't gonna lose me my job.
I just rather not.
That is a school affiliated quote. That is a school affiliated quote. It came from the school.
Oh,
so I'm gonna get, in trouble for saying something that the school says.
That's just like OG telling me when the band played that C Murder song.
What you talking about?
The whole student section was rapping the
That
lyrics.
ain't the band didn't play that. That's Jeff Wright played that on Third Down.
Well, no, OG said before that the band played it, and that's why they had to shut it down.
Oh, okay. Well,
students out there rapping
because it was probably more of the time.
Well, yeah, right.
Closer to right. Yeah. So it's a little different now. Them kids don't know them words.
Why they don't know
they
them
ain't been to the Alpha show yet.
Ice cold.
We done been to the Alpha show, so we know a little bit about it.
Beat them up too.
But now switch it up off Deion because that is what it is. I just had to say, either you a hypocrite or you a hater.
I can't stand Deion.
You got something to say about Deion.
I'm not hating on him.
Here you go.
No, I'm not hating on him getting his money. I'm hating on him the way he handles business.
I understand. But like I told you, business is business.
Bro, 16 days away from signing day, you don't tell kid. I had to tell CJ, hey, they're dropping you. They're dropping you.
Well,
then I got Isaiah Kendall, who was a 4-star committed to Jackson State.
True.
What are you doing? I told you don't go there.
Well,
from the get-go.
Well,
you went out there for homecoming and met Key Glock and all these folks and what we listen to? Kenny Money. Yeah. You met the whole paper route empire.
Coach Prime better bring you with him. He might bring him with him.
Do you think them people in Colorado can let him do that? No, sir.
Do what?
Have PRE on
that ain't what I was talking about. I'm talking about bring Isaiah Kendall with.
Oh yeah, I'm mad about that too.
He's definitely not bringing paper route empires.
Absolutely not.
In the locker room in Colorado.
Boy,
it's not happening.
And
now,
it's legal.
That's the question I want to ask you. Since we're on this topic, before we switch it up, do you think Deion will be able to do the things and be Deion the way he has been with him taking a job where it's not in his particular community, if you know what I mean?
I applaud Colorado Only school in the country that had 3 back-to-back head coaches that were black.
That's amazing.
Huge.
I can't believe that.
Huge.
But look, the last brother got the boot.
Last brother was sorry. Look, the last brother hired his son for director of recruiting. And look, I like Carl and I like his son. You know what I'm saying? Lil Darrell. They didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling them things, and I really like Carl Darrell. I'm telling him things, and they're like, huh? Huh? What? Play rap music. There's a thing in Memphis going on. You need to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know? Huh? Like, what do you, I just.
Answer my question, man. Answer my question quick. Worry about them folks.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I got some wild
I already
stuff
done asked
going
my
on.
question. Answer my question.
Yeah.
Y'all see what I'm talking
No, dude, I got coaches on the East Coast.
Hey,
The
answer
portal
my
open.
question.
No, he won't. I mean, I don't know. Like, I gotta see what these people do to Dion. But $5 million, they probably can do whatever he wants to.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair. That made me throw a hissy fit up here, right?
No, don't do that.
Up here tripping. But nah, I don't know. What you talk about the complexion for protection, but sometimes I don't think that's a valid thing, Earl, because I mean it is. Don't get me
Okay,
wrong.
all right, like this.
Hold on, let me finish.
What? Because I got a coach right now texting me. He do not got the complexion for protection.
I understand,
and
but listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You talk about that,
Yeah.
but sometimes I don't think that's a valid thing. I said sometimes, not all the time.
Boy, you tripping.
It's a valid thing. I didn't say
Every
it wasn't.
time. Every time.
But listen to what I'm going to.
Yes.
Some of the other side, they ain't got it either. And it may not be complexion, but they ain't got no protection. Because Latrell got fired and he went to the conference championship game
Well,
Saturday.
Latrell got a lot of stuff you don't know about. He done been drunk a whole bunch of times.
Sark ass too. What they got to do with anything?
Sark got a black wife.
Well,
protect
she ain't got the
protect
protection.
L'Oreal at all costs. Nah, Seth Latrell had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Internal problem. Think about it. He was recruiting kids that got the rape charges. It's just a lot of bad stuff Seth Latrell had going on.
But I brought y'all to the conference. Y'all UNT, first of all.
What's
UNT ain't been no good football program.
In a few years, yeah.
You saying they're going to be, or they have been every few years? There's been years where they've won a few games, but UNT has not been a predominant team in Conference USA. How do I know? I had a cousin play at UNT. He was a defensive end.
Yeah.
They wasn't winning then. They're still not winning now. This is the first time I've seen them go to the conference championship game. Then you lose to Jeff Traylor. But my point is, you fire your coach after he done did this for you, and he been there for a while.
Well, yesterday when I was in Macaramba's room, I got 2 phone calls, so I'm happy about who the next head coach might be. And
I've heard a few names.
it's either going to be Graham
I've
or
heard Emmett Jones.
No, it's going to be Graham or
I've heard Emmett Jones is a candidate as well.
They're not finna do Emmett. I can call him right now. And
He might.
he's too South Oak Cliff. They're not about to.
He's a UNT alum.
I don't care. I'm telling you, he
That's
acts
what you want.
like
You want
a
someone-
drug. You know what I'm saying? So no, they're not. I love Emmett. He good
I'm
people.
just telling you what the folks said on Twitter.
They
Verified
don't know.
folks.
I'm talking.
Pete Thamel don't know.
He know a little bit.
Pete knows something.
But listen, I was on the phone with Graham Harrell and Marty Biaggi or whatever his name is yesterday, and both of them are the finalists. So,
This is what Tony Kirk said on the Kirk and Company yesterday. I was listening to him and Kevin Carpenter. Shout out to Kevin Carpenter.
who, Mr. PG?
Yeah, they lost the other day.
Yeah.
It's basketball time in the city.
Yes, sir. Man, it is, Mr. Carpenter. And I don't know how long is it till you keep calling someone a transfer? Forever.
But
Forever.
no, this is what they said.
Yeah.
Because they had a valid point. And they were talking about UNT has a history of hiring high school coaches. And they've hired a few high school coaches. They hired Ty Dodge.
Please don't tell me he said they're going to hire a buddy from up north over here.
Not Josh Gibson. Absolutely
okay.
not.
Because folks drink the Kool-Aid and fall out, man. Like, come on, man. You're going too far, cuz. For real, man. Come on. Great season, but you're going too far.
That ain't what they said.
Okay, you know how them people get. They get a little
the men
excited.
said, the two gentlemen said, Scott Surratt.
Why would he leave the Big Red Sea. Man, look,
Money. What do you mean? That's why.
It ain't about money.
Like Dia, like you say.
Look, wait. With Summer and Scott, it ain't about money. My homie on the West Coast didn't know who Scott Surratt was, right?
Yeah.
So I told him, I was like, hey man, look, we riding. I mean, I'm riding. Look up Scott Surratt real quick. He's like, man, I don't care about no football. And he's like, man, come play Bishop Gorman. Come play Modern Day. Come play St. John Bosco, whatever. He looked up Scott Surratt. He was like, oh my gosh. He done won 8 of 11? Whew.
Yes. You didn't know?
He didn't know. My partner didn't know.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't see the picture of him East Texas, Nick Saban or whatever. My homie was like, man.
He ain't East Texas Nick Saban. He's Texas.
Texas Nick Saban, yeah. So my homie was like, man, this is different, especially with Texas football. Like, he trying to figure out why Carthage don't play more of a national schedule. They need to put IMG on the roster.
No.
Yes. Won a national championship. Play Duncanville.
No, they are nationally ranked, though.
Yeah, they are.
But no. You're a 4A Division II school in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You're not about to go play these schools where they're getting players from wherever they want to do. Not going to happen.
I mean, he's getting players from wherever he wants.
I mean, it's fair, but it's not the same level of it all. You're getting guys in the neighborhood next door.
I think
you ain't getting guys from Florida.
I think they could beat some national teams. Though what I saw,
they might beat a couple of them, but I don't know about IMG or Modern Day or nothing like that.
IMG bleed too.
They do, but
they bleed too.
When you're getting guys from North Africa, of course, it's different. It's levels to it. I'm just saying.
Shout out to the homies in Senegal, though. That's the next spot we're going. We're going to take Senegal.
When you're getting guys from wherever you want to pull them from, of course you're going to have a different playing field compared to some of these schools that are public school system and they can't go dip their hand in somebody else's pond.
Boy, I swear if we could dip our hand in somebody else's pond, boy,
don't get me wrong, it's going on because those two defensive tackles, them sophomores,
from Diboll,
boy, them boys is not from Carthage.
The whole D-line look like they were not born in whatever county Carthage is.
But it is what it is. It's a basketball time in the city, man.
Yeah, it is. Round ball for everybody.
Round ball for everybody. But shout out to PG though.
I gotta get on Morgan though. He didn't make us one of them good season LE graphics.
Nobody else got one but them.
I bet.
So you can't be mad at that.
No, I'm not mad. I understand what it is.
Heisman Trophy this Saturday. It'll be awarded. You got 4 quarterbacks that are the Heisman finalists. You got 3 college football playoff quarterbacks. You got let's see who we got. Here we go. Stetson Bennett. You got Max Duggan from TCU. Stetson Bennett is Georgia's quarterback. CJ Stroud from Ohio State. And then you got Mr. Nail Painter himself, Caleb Williams, the quarterback from USC.
He nail painter. When I was talking about his nails last year, you was getting mad.
I ain't getting mad. I just say you finna talk about my quarterback.
Man, come on.
You finna talk about my quarterback, but he's not my quarterback no more.
Man, when I was talking about him, it was a problem. Now you talking about
it. Still is a problem.
Boy.
Still a problem. You can talk about my quarterback, but he ain't my quarterback no more.
He was painting his nails last year. He painted them now.
Painting his nails all his life, probably. Who's going to win? Now, I think Stetson Bennett is 25 years old. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's old.
I'm like, dang, he's dang near my age. It's like me playing college football.
Yeah, he's old.
But Stetson Bennett's 25, but he hadn't lost at Georgia. He's taking them to a national championship. They've won the SEC title. They're going back to the National College Football Playoff. What else do the man got to do?
Win.
He's already won. Did you just hear what I said?
Win again.
None of the other jokers have won.
Yeah, you're right.
None of you other jokers up here ain't did nothing. Might got stats, but you're not even playing the competition I'm playing. I'm playing in the SEC. The hardest competition there is in college football. Y'all playing Nebraska, Colorado.
I'm talking about
without
Nebraska.
Deion.
Shout out to the homies in Nebraska.
Arizona State.
If I know Omar watching, he didn't mean that Nebraska.
Yeah, I did. I
He
meant what
locked
I
in.
said.
No, he just talking Omar.
I meant what I said.
He don't got nothing to do with me and you got going on.
Matt Rule not talking about nothing either.
Hey, I don't know Matt Rule like that.
I know somebody that knows him. They played for him. I have a very close friend. I'm not going to say his name on the air. You know him.
We trust.
For sure. Played for this guy.
Hey, when he
so I I know some things.
If it blows up where he at, he need to come back to the island.
Well, I ain't got no parts in that.
Well, I'm finna have parts in it.
I'm just saying I'm not a fan of Matt Rule because I know some of the moves he's pulled at one of his last stops. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but
just like you don't like DM because he pulling offers and commitments.
Yeah.
I don't like Matt Rule with some of the stuff he done did.
Oh, he ain't do bro like that, did he?
All right.
I'm gonna ask him when we get off air. I'm gonna ask him.
But nah, so I think you got to give it to Stetson Bennett. Caleb Williams, he got numbers. He got the stats.
But he got lost.
He lost 2
your
games.
last games are lost.
Well, you got sacked 25 times in the last game. What do they play? Utah?
Yeah. It's football season, and that means getting together to catch the game. But when the game gets going, the drinks start flowing. And that's okay, because I always make a plan to get home safe before the action and the drinking begin.
Don't wait until the game is over. Plan a sober ride before you drink, because a DWI could cost you thousands of dollars in fines and fees, jail time, and you could lose your license. Make your game plan so you don't drink, drive, go to jail.
Sponsored by the Arkansas Highway Safety Office, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and this station.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you want to come and text us.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This ain't no ESPN.
Welcome back to the Power Hour, and we do want to send a shout out to our studio sponsors, Liberty Aloe ISD and Budweiser. I don't drink. My buddy Earl, he had to go to the bathroom now, y'all, because he's too busy sipping on that Budweiser this morning. So shout out to Budweiser for being a proud supporter of the Power Hour. But anyways, as we were talking about before we went to break, the 4 Heisman finalists are Stetson Bennett of Georgia, Max Duggan, however you want to pronounce it, of TCU, CJ Stroud of Ohio State, Caleb Williams of USC. All quarterbacks, all were pretty highly ranked team-wise as far as the final rankings were concerned. Caleb Williams had a chance to get to the playoff. He's the only one that didn't get in because they lost Friday night to Utah. And so I just got a feeling that Caleb Williams is probably going to win the Heisman just because of the name, just because of the numbers, just because he's Mr. Hollywood. He's in California. He's in Los Angeles. He has the NIL deals. You know, they've won some games, and he's put up big numbers in those games because of the lack of competition that they played. If you ain't playing nobody, of course you're going to put some numbers up. That's what happens. If you're not playing any competition, you're going to, welcome back, you're going to put the numbers up. But as soon as he starts playing somebody like Utah, he still had good numbers. And I understand he got injured or whatever. But the reason he got injured is because Utah was putting that pressure on him. Yeah. Big pressure like Tracy.
Yeah, Scally did have a good game plan.
Yeah, you didn't have a good game plan drinking them Budweiser this morning. Had to go let it out.
Boy, no, sir. Budweiser got up on me, man. I can't lie.
Anyways.
But by the time I get to work, I will be sober. Wait a minute. Let's because the people are going to be like, Earl driving crazy because he drunk. No, I don't need them problems in my life. I don't need them problems in my life.
Dude, you don't even drink.
I know. But my boss will be like, hey, I heard you were drinking on the radio, Earl. No,
it's
sir.
A jokey joke.
A jokey joke.
It's a jokey joke. They're a sponsor. We got to, throw them in there sometimes.
Like that old hater said, why can't we get that 1942 tequila as a sponsor?
Nah, anyway, he said, do you think we can get them as a dual sponsor? Okay. Whatever.
Free 42.
Yeah. I guess we better stop talking about it. People are starting to pick up on our inside joke. Yeah.
Who? Well, I'm going.
Clearly, he did.
I'm going to church in D-Light, Arkansas this weekend. So hopefully we can run into some deacons.
What church? What's that?
You know what it's actually called though?
We see a deacon every day.
Boy, you hear me? Angry Bird. No.
But what were you saying?
Is it? It might be Pleasant Grove Baptist.
Pleasant Grove Baptist.
No, I'm serious.
I know.
I'm
I
serious,
believe you
but
because it sounds like a church name.
Yeah,
Pleasant Grove.
It's called
Pleasant Hill. Grove.
It's Pleasant Hill or Pleasant Grove Baptist
Sound about right.
in Antoine, Arkansas.
Who's the pastor?
They just voted a new one in.
Okay, you see, that's how we do it.
They just voted a new one in. Last
how they
week.
do it in the Baptist church.
Absolutely,
they vote him in like the president,
and then got mad because Michelet wasn't on the live stream for to vote. I'm like, what? These people are crazy. It's 30 of y'all.
That's where the most drama comes from.
It's 30 of them.
Church is one of the most drama-filled places ever. It's a great place.
It is,
but church is full of drama sometimes too.
I ain't gonna lie, COVID was good for churches. It let everybody
clean them out.
Yeah, it let everybody go home, recharge.
Yeah.
You ain't got to wear your hat every week.
Come back with a new attitude.
Come back with a whole new focus.
Man.
And folks came back on the
still came back tripping.
Boy, on that Drake and 21 Savage.
Some folks didn't come back. Some folks is virtual members.
Yeah, I think I turned into a virtual member too. COVID did us wrong. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I tell you what, I told you had you must went to a good church. Remember I told you that because you got some big faith.
Who?
You remember I told you that because you thought somebody was going to beat somebody. I said, you got some big faith. I need to come to your church.
That faith within me. It
It
ain't about me going to church. That faith within me. And then we got beat 100-0, 35-0 at halftime.
Boy.
Oh, I was ready to go.
That faith come in handy sometimes.
I spent so much money that weekend.
That wasn't a good showing of you exercising your faith that day.
I don't think I'll ever fly nobody back in here again for a game. I can't. I spent way too much money. I spent close to $1,000 that weekend.
But no, anyways, we will, as we said earlier, we will be broadcasting the game. Me and OGT Randall will be broadcasting the girls and
what's dude name from Texas High?
I don't know. Where?
Tony Kirk, that's his name.
Yeah, Tony Kirk.
I just keep looking over here. I'm like,
where he at in the hallway?
You got a hater right there.
I tell him come in here.
I'll leave him where he at. We got a couple more minutes and we about to get up out of here.
But anyway,
I'm talking about you. Yeah, you heard me talking about he listen. That's my guy. He all right, man. He got some hater tendencies every now and then, but he all right. I think
that's my guy.
Where he live and stuff like that. Who he root for.
He all right in my book.
He all right in my book.
He got a whole page in my book. He all right with me.
He just, he be oppish at times.
That's, you can't judge the man by his community, by his neighborhood.
They judge us by ours.
Well,
I'm judging him by his. It's a fair playing field.
I understand. Back to what I was saying.
Oh, gee, we not worried about Odell Beckham Jr., man. He's drunk.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. He hanging out with the Cowboy superstars last night.
Oh, he gonna be a Cowboy.
Mavericks
he
game.
Gonna be a Cowboy.
But is he gonna do anything?
I mean, I hope. As drunk as he get on the plane.
Sound good.
You didn't see the video of him walking out? Looking like a fool? Hey, man, that's Odell Beckham.
I read the headline first off, then I saw the video.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I done flew all different kind of. How you act a fool, bro? If I was on that plane, bro, it would have got physical. Bro, you better get up, man. I gotta get somewhere to be, bro. Real talk.
OG said, "Why he hanging out with the defensive players? I thought he was a receiver."
That don't matter. He hanging out with somebody from the team.
Hanging out with the superstars.
Yeah.
He said, "Dak a superstar. He the quarterback."
But Dak ain't got no motion, and never mind. Dak got 50% of the complexion for protection, so he don't count. OG.
Here you go.
Michael Parsons, we thugging with him. He wear dunks. He kicking it.
I'm gonna buy you some of those Air Monarchs that
I got a pair. I want some more.
Well, I'm gonna get you another pair.
See, they make them in a designer. Like they have a
Dylan Gabriel has some Louis Vuitton ones.
Yes, and people cracking jokes, and I'm like, bro, y'all must don't know. This is a pair cost like $500.
But no, as I was saying, we will broadcast the game tonight. The girls and the boys.
Man, what
against Ida Bell?
Man,
live at the Raider Dome.
Never mind.
I think it's going to be live streamed. Isn't it going to be live streamed?
So my head hurt when you say 4 games at the Raider Dome.
4 games, 2 JV, 1 girl JV, 1 boy JV.
Nah, I done put my foot down. I gotta go home to my son, man. Y'all tripping.
2 varsity games.
I done put my foot down.
We were in that gym all night last
Man, what got me cussed out, bro? Like, come on, man.
And I got home and got in the shower. I got out the shower. It was like 11:15. I said, what?
Wait, miss, I thought you said you were gonna be home. The last game didn't start till 9 o'clock.
Didn't start till 9 o'clock.
I was like, baby, I'm gonna be home at 9 o'clock. Boy.
Yeah, we saw a superstar too.
Yes, we did. Nah, she was worth the price of admission.
She was worth that game too.
Are we ducking her in the gunslinger?
We're not in the gunslinger.
The girls aren't. I know. Are they ducking AJ?
I doubt it. The gunslinger wasn't even a deep girls pool this year. I saw the pool and it was only like 6 teams. So you can't even run a tournament with 6 teams. So they're just playing round robin games. They're going, they mixed them up. They're going to play round robin. Then the boys is actually a competitive tournament. And we will face Hughes Springs in the first round this weekend
on
at
Thursday.
the Gunslinger. And if we win, we'll face the winner of Arkansas High and Dangerfield.
Bowling Green has like 5 coaches coming. Liberty Hollow on Thursday. I don't think that they.
Wow.
Obviously, dude didn't tell him that they had a tournament that he ain't gonna be in school. I'm gonna have to reroute this. We're gonna meet in New Boston. 10 minutes away.
It's awesome that they're coming though.
Yeah.
Is it a home visit or they're just visiting?
They're gonna visit. We were gonna do a home visit at Red Lobster, and but we'll do that later.
Do lunch. I got you.
Yeah.
When is signing day?
The 21st.
The 21st of this month.
Yeah.
Is he the only one so far signing this early? I know we've had the
far.
early signing period, so the rest of them probably February.
And hopefully February there'll be about 5 more guys. But right now, yeah, he's the only one. I mean,
well, I will say this: Coach Billy Brewer got the boys 6-0.
Yeah,
the basketball team, they're 6-0. They're balling. Tonight they'll try to go to 7-0. Hopefully they can win the Gunslinger. They placed 3rd in their tournament this past weekend because of schedule conflicts. They had to get back to town. So Coach Brewer did forfeit one of the games that they would have won to advance to the championship game of that tournament this past weekend. So they did forfeit a game, but when they've played, they're 6-0.
Yeah.
And you can't beat that, I don't think.
With a stick.
Nah. So good luck to the boys tonight. Good luck to the girls as well. The girls are undefeated at home. I think they've dropped a game or 2 so far on the season.
Yeah.
But they're undefeated at home. Well, no, I lied. They lost to Atlanta last week at home. So
that
they're
was
not
a really good graphic you made of
Maya
Maya
Hurd.
Hurd.
Thanks.
It got a lot of traction. A lot of people were happy. They thought I did it, so that's why I had to be clear. No,
Just to let you know we're finna go, buddy.
I know. Let's go. I'm ready to go home. I got to go take my son to my mom's house.
Well, I'll let you get to that.
Absolutely.
I'll get to work. We'll both get to work.
Hollywood Huff.
All right. We'll see you tonight live on 107.1 KTFS. Join us. We got the girls and the boys basketball game against the Idabel Warriors. From Tyler Huff and Earl Gill. Join us next week. Same time, same place. God bless you. Have a great week and take it easy.